My name is Julie and I am a Go Girl. So how I got involved with Go Girls was I had done a show with Sabrina Klein, who is both a director and used to be, I believe, the executive director of Teaching Artists Organized. And she knew I wanted to get more into teaching artistry, and I had done some in the past, but wanted to really, delve in and find a really great group to work with. So she recommended them. She was sharing this space with them at the College Avenue location in the basement there. And when I met with Allison and just talked to her about the programming, it just seemed amazing to me and awesome to create out of the kids' own imagination their own plays that they could really feel ownership of and have this creative freedom, of course, within a structure, and also that it also supported them socially and emotionally and all of those elements too. And I knew it was such a great place when I first came in, and I think it was a Bold and Brave camp. It was like a 2-day camp. This was when Glitter and Raz did vacation camps and things like that during the year, and it was both boys and girls, and I saw Allison working with the kids, and she was just so good with them, and I knew I could learn so much from her. And she also really encouraged me to take center stage and lead some movement with the kids, and gave me some really great coaching. And the training that I've gotten from both Lynn and Allison has been amazing and so helpful in my life, my teaching, just all of the above. So once I started working for them, I was hooked. So a great memory from Go Girls was this one show that we were working on. And as tends to happen sometimes, one person will have an idea of, that they want to be an orphan bunny. And then the next person who picked, a puppy or something, maybe now they want to be an orphan puppy too. So then you start to have, these little groupings, which is great because then they support each other in their little, animal orphan grouping or whatever. And we can use that in the final piece. But I remember this one girl she wanted to be the bad one, right? She wanted to be a vampire, but not only just a vampire, it was like a vampire bat orphan, because, still got to stick that in, orphan, evil queen, just basically all of the evil characters that you could be, right? So, and I was like, yes, perfect, great, right? And so her character caused a lot of the conflict in this story. And at the end, we a lot of times incorporate kid power in as a way of using those skills in the show to reinforce them. And we were trying to figure out how to resolve this conflict, right? And would this evil bat vampire queen orphan join the group, become part of the community and be welcomed in. So, but this little girl did not want to turn good. She did not want to be good. She just said, whatever happens, I don't want to, change. And I said, okay, that's fine. Because sometimes you want to wrap it up in a nice, pretty bow and have everybody be happy and, but she was very clear that she did not want that to be the ending. And that, and that was her expressing herself and wanting to feel what that felt like and go to that place and be firm in her character. And, it was really great. All the other characters tried to hug her at the end, to be her friend. They welcomed her and they tried to hug her, but she wouldn't resist. I think we had her disappear into the hug or something. She made herself disappear and go away or something. So the conflict was resolved and all the other characters came together to do it, but she did not change. And she really loved that character and brought this dress and these wings and was so into it and just had a great time and felt, really good and really hurt, I think, too, as far as no, don't try to put me in a box. I want to stay this way. So that, I have a very fond memory of that. Being a teaching artist for me has really, well, it makes me get very articulate about the work, about how I feel about it, my passion for it. And when I share that with kids and I see them just flourish in it and light up with it, then it feeds me too, right? It's like this, it's cyclical, and I learned so much from the kids. Their ability to have uncensored play and just go with an idea and run with it, and not let that inner critic come in and edit too early. And that's something we definitely, work towards with the girls, because it starts to creep in as they get older. The perfectionism, the this is not a good idea before it's even tried. So when they can really just dive in and put their idea out there, and everybody says, "Yeah, let's try that. Yes, let's try that," they get to see that come into fruition. That's really exciting, and that's really exciting for me too as an artist. That I take the time to let go of those things while I'm creating, and let myself have that freedom, and say, no idea is a bad idea, and let's explore it before making decisions about what you want the work to look like. But that doesn't mean a judgment necessarily. And then keeping things up, keeping things fun, focusing on the positive rather than the negative, which is similar to what I was speaking to, but that, as far as it keeps the creativity moving in the space with the kids, focusing on maybe they're doing something that, I'm not asking, it's not what I'm asking them to do, but instead of stopping the action of what's happening, just sort of gently redirecting or keeping it up. And what are you doing over there? It keeps it going, and it keeps us all feeling so much better in the room, and positive and resilient, which are all things that I try to remember as an artist, and in my work as well as in my teaching work. So yeah, there's so many things of how both feed each other, and I get to share my love of my art with my students, and see that bloom in them. And it just makes me feel like the world's going to be a better place if there are more artists, and even people being creative, and using their imagination, even if they don't go on to be an artist per se in their career. But if they have that in themselves, they'll solve problems easier, they'll get along with people better, and create beautiful things in the world. So I think sending your daughter to Go Girls is a unique experience. It's not just a theater camp. It's not just an arts camp. It is a place where they can create their own work and be a part of an ensemble that works together to create that work. And of course, making art and feeling proud of that, and doing theater and being up there, that's all very confidence building, and learning how to follow your creativity, and all of that is present. But there's also the communal aspect of Go Girls, that it's a supportive community of girls, because sometimes in theater there can be competition, right? You're all vying for the same part, or you feel like one part's better than the other. But the way that Go Girls is structured is that each girl gets to share her ideas, and each girl gets to share her voice and have a shining moment. And they work together to really create, and we support that, a safe community where mistakes are okay. Because in art, you've got to make a lot of mistakes, as in life. You got to make a lot of mistakes before you get to a place where you say, hey, this is what I've learned from it, and this is what I created from those experiences and those challenges, right? So we challenge the girls to step out of their comfort zone, and and then they can feel really proud when they accomplish something, right? And we're there to support them, and everyone's there to support them and say, hey, good job. And, we know that you worked really hard on that. And a lot of the communication skills that we work on through art, through the theater and the drama, in that they get to play out these, dealing with relationships and communications and disappointment and all the things that, girls go through, and that they learn how to do that in a safe place and with the theater. And then when it comes to a point in life when it's like they're dealing with someone who's gossiping, or they know how to deal with that because they've role played it a bit and they've figured it out in that capacity. And also with art, being able to paint outside the lines and try something new. And again, that's really supported and encouraged.